Nicola will have that story. Welcome to the final part of the show with Paul, Nicola and Carole. Stories of the day. And let's just go on this. This is Gordon Brown, the former Prime Minister, just jumping up and giving a warning about Boris becoming Prime Minister, saying the UK could split. Paul, what do you think? I mean, that would hurt the Queen.
I hope not. I hope not, because the United Kingdom should remain together. This is food for Nicola Sturgeon, isn't it? I mean, she would love to read this morning, saying that Scotland will have devolution. But I think that the United Kingdom is stronger together than they are apart. I mean, for goodness sakes, Scotland by itself, how's it going to survive? It has, what does it have?
Well,
what natural resources? Oil.
The oil.
And a monster in a lake.
Loch Ness.
Yeah. And...
I don't
whiskey.
know, I'm just...
And
Wimpera.
whiskey. And
Iron brew.
It's got iron brew.
Hang on.
That really only sells in Scotland,
I heard,
to be fair.
is there a Scottish... But I'm not going to bring you in
Shortbread.
on this. I know you're impartial
Tartan.
on this. Is there someone in the audience from Scotland who can
Yes.
defend this?
Yes.
Who says Scotland can survive on its own? Do we have anyone there? Andrew Edwards, do you think Scotland can survive on its own?
No.
All right. Does anyone... I don't want them to... Scottish... We have so many Scottish guests and so... What do you think?
I
What's
think
the
we've fallen
argument against?
into a danger zone there.
it is danger zone, but it would
Well,
hurt
it's
the
not
Queen.
a danger zone. It needs to be discussed.
No,
It's
you're right. It
important.
would hurt the Queen because her Commonwealth and the United Kingdom is her life. That's why she's there.
But it might be. It's not about money. It might be that if you're Scottish, you just want your country back.
But you don't, because every time they do a poll, it says that the figures now for staying within the Union are higher than they were at the time of the referendum. So no, they don't. People don't want to leave. And this Gordon Brown. This is just someone who's in the Labour Party having a go at someone who's a Tory who's about to become PM. I don't believe. He says here, were Scotland in dire need, his answer would be unequivocal. I propose we tell them to hop it. No, Boris Johnson. No one is going to tell Scotland.
Well, he's doing a kind of Boris impression. I propose we tell him to hop it. That's what he thinks Boris will say to Scotland. But Boris is not... Nicola, what do you think? Would Boris be sympathetic to Scotland?
I don't think he'd tell Scotland to hop it at all.
I don't think he's got... I've got no evidence of any interest that Boris Johnson has in Scotland whatsoever. I've never even heard him mention it.
No.
I think Brown might be right about that.
What?
That Boris doesn't have an affinity with Scotland. He's not a Scottish sort of person.
No, but why would he talk about Scotland before he was going to be Prime Minister? He never needed to. When he becomes Prime Minister, Scotland is part of the Union. It's a very important part of the Union to the majority of people in this country.
Yes, it is.
So.
It is.
So and Paul, you don't think they can survive on their own anyway?
Well, I wouldn't like to see them be detached from the United Kingdom. I think they belong to the United Kingdom, and they're better off being part of it.
We've got lots and lots of Scottish viewers, so I know if you are shouting at the TV...
Don't shout at me.
No, we can hear... I can hear the shouting.
I actually can hear it from where I'm sitting.
Yes, you can hear it. How loud is it still?
Emails and emails and emails are coming in.
Coming in.
OK.
But getting back to the Queen, of course, the Queen loves Scotland. Her favourite home's in Scotland, Balmoral, and she would not want that to be detached from the United Kingdom.
Imagine how would they take it out, remove Balmoral?
And what would our flag look like?
Well, I think she would still be in Scotland. It would be like Canada, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Anyway.
She'd go overseas for her holidays.
Right. Well, we may have another referendum at some point.